But would you take us through how you listen to the great angelics, or where you go in your consciousness to open up to hear what you hear?
Sure. Would that be helpful? I mean,
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah.
Because then,
the way I do it.
then we would know how you do it to some extent, and that would assist us in how we get out of our own way to listen.
So just so I'm understanding the question, so what's the process I go through to allow, let's say when Michael was informing the question about Lucifer, or questions that I don't have any idea of the answer to?
Yeah, or going and assisting, someone that you did earlier when you go to one of the great angelics.
Oh, okay.
What are you listening to? Where do you go in your consciousness? And because you said, you don't see them except maybe for a couple of eyes, so you're sensing them. And you said in the past you look at symbols, so you're doing something in there. What are you doing?
Are you sure? That's very scary to go in my consciousness. You might need therapy after this. Okay, wow, that's a really fascinating question. I have never thought about exactly what do I do. Apparently, I close my eyes first. All right, I think the best way I can answer that is to do it, and I'll talk you through what I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, first thing I do is completely surrender into the divine unknowing. Which for me, and I would encourage, let's all try it. Let's all see what, So just surrender into the divine unknowing for me is I just give into that space. For me, a good analogy is jumping off the cliff. For me, it's interesting because I just contacted Michael kind of unconsciously to ask him how to answer this. And I said, I need a question. And he said, he gave you a question. So I go into a place of profound stillness. And I don't talk until I am given something to say. And that might be a while. Now I'm aware, so I'm already aware that Michael is on the line. I see what I see inside. Right now, what I see, it's more of a sense of Michael opening a record. Okay, now I actually saw kind of an image of a door and a book, but I saw it was just a shadow of it. It was just barely saw that. So I see what I see inside. Now it helps me very much to connect to the angelic. I hear the angelic language. I hear a language. Something that I'm going to endeavor to assist you to hear in the next class. But I hear, so let's just say, hear what you hear. Could sound like a babbling stream. Could be the sound current. So this is interesting because, so then I'm aware of Michael. I'm aware of a sense of him. I didn't actually see eyes. I didn't see anything. I just was aware of his presence. I'll start to feel it in my body. My body will start to shake a bit. I might have a little mini kriyas, but it's very subtle. Like often it'll just be my right hand will shake a bit. And in fact, I'm using my right hand. There's something with the movement of it that references me in deeper which is a technique JR gave me, which is to use physical movement to take you in deeper. So you might try that. So now I'm aware, and I see again a hall of records. Now again, it's not formed. It's more a sense of it. So if you just see a symbol of something, trust that and go into it. So I'm listening again for the angelic language. And now I don't try to translate the angelic into English because it doesn't translate across directly that I know. It's a bridge. It's a bridge into manifesting the unmanifest. And so now I just hear him. I'm just aware that there's words that can come out from that presence. And so what I'm hearing him say is to put words on essence is important to bring the metaphysical into the physical. Of course, much goes beyond words, but angels are communication of God's intention. And in that way, you call us God's messengers. And really, what we are is putting form on essence, is communicating the will of God into this level where you brave souls have an obfuscation of God's will. I must, of your own volition, choose back in. You think it's so impressive that I didn't fall with Lucifer. Well, I think you're doing a mini version of that, and I'm impressed with you. Why do you think angels like to engage in the human? It's not that we're so magnanimous and just want to serve. That is who we are in our essence. But it's that we learn about engaging in God's will when God's will is not disseminated directly to us from the one above us. We can grow exponentially by participating in your level. If you have need, call upon the archangels, and legions may come. Who you are is blessed beyond measure when you discount your divinity and your good intention, no matter if you think you screwed things up or you made mistakes. When you discount that good intention, you discount your very essence and the stream of God that you are. I love you. We love you. Call upon us. We will come singing into your presence. Amen. Now, when I was hearing that message, I wasn't hearing it first and then saying it. I was hearing it as I said it, and I was allowing it to drop in exactly like I led you last week and last couple weeks ago and hearing your angelic name, where I did it very slowly. I said, just let it drop in one syllable at a time. Well, that was practice to do exactly what I just did. Okay? To connect into that energy and let it drop in one at a time. And then it starts to speed up more. Does that answer your question?
Very cool. Yes, good. Thank you.
My pleasure. Did you have your own version of that? Great. Thank you for asking that.